Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've returned to Cannock, but it's not Cannock Chase, but it's sort of part of Cannock Chase. It's a woodland which is just off the main part of Cannock. This is called Gaskins Woods. Look how creepy these trees look in the background. Look how creepy these trees look in the background. Basically, what happened in the early 1900s, there was a Mr. and Mrs. Gaskin, or Gaskins, I believe. I think it was 1919, 1920, something like that. I was reading it the other day, but you know, mind like a sieve. But basically, the husband unalived the wife and just left her here. I don't know if he left her here or if he buried her here in these woods. But this wood is allegedly supposed to be quite haunted. Whether it's just the spirit of Mrs. Gaskins or other people, I'm not too sure. I should have done a little bit of research on it first, but then again, sometimes if you do research on something, you kind of got a heads up. In some ways, it's good not to do research, I find, because if you don't do the research, do the investigation, and then do the research after and see if there's any relevance that comes up on any of the devices. So it's good that I sort of didn't get around to it. But yeah, the husband, the Mr. Gaskill, he was sent to Winson Green Prison in Birmingham, and yeah, they put a rope around his neck for his sins, and that's the way he was dealt with. Why he unalived his wife, I don't know. I'll say good morning, spirits of Gaskins Wood. My name is Dave. I come here in the hope to communicate with the paranormal. I understand there's a woman who was taken by a husband for reasons why I don't know. But if you could come forward, communicate with me, maybe tell me your story on what happened. If it's at all possible, I'd appreciate that. But I'm here to try and document evidence, proof of the paranormal. So it would help me if you could come forward. I'm wearing what's called a microphone. I don't know if you understand that from your time when you was alive. I'm wearing a microphone on my chest. If you could come close to that, talk into it, it'll hopefully record your voice. The device that I'm holding is a camera that will also record, but it'll also record your images as well. So if you want to stand in front of the camera, It'll pick up your image if you care to show yourself, and that would be brilliant. I could document this and I could tell your story to the world. If you could give me a sign, a clue, maybe where your last moments were within these woods. Maybe we could have a chat. If we could communicate together, that would be brilliant. Could you do that? I must admit, it is quite eerie looking. The feel doesn't feel anything at the moment. I think it's because the nature of what I'm here for brings out the sort of creepiness. Whereas, like I've said before, if you're just going along your way, minding your own business, walking a dog or something, your mindset will be different. But it's the way the trees, I mean, I know it's just nature and it's trees, but the way, look at the way the twist and the bend. It just adds to the eeriness, the creepiness to this place. Which is, of course, as you all know, that's what I like. Now the woods going back in that direction I'm pointing, don't go too far before you come onto the main road. But there's this section here that goes back, I assume, quite a bit. Or at least looking at the map, it appears to go back quite a bit.
According to Cannock Chase District Council, it dates back to the 1800s. Gaskins Wood is so called because Elizabeth Gaskin, a Hensford lady, was murdered there in 1919. Her husband, Henry Thomas Gaskin, killed her in the woods shortly after he returned from serving in the Great War.
Well guys, like I said, my memory is like a goldfish. So basically what I've done is I've just had a quick look on Google. And it said that these woods date back to the 1800s, and the woman, Mrs. Gaskin, she was called Elizabeth Gaskin, and she was unalived by her husband. I'm heading back down towards the main road there, so I need to do an about turn. I'll head back into that section. Yeah, she was unalived by her husband in 1919. Henry Thomas Gaskin was the husband's name. And he unalived her in these woods shortly after serving in the World War I. So, reasons be known, I don't know. So let's see if possible we get any relevance to any names. So we're looking for Elizabeth Gaskin, Henry Thomas Gaskin. So, Elizabeth, I hope you guys heard that. Elizabeth, does your spirit still wander these woods? Well, I have to say the atmosphere's taken a change. So I'm calling for the spirit of Elizabeth Gaskin, or even the spirit of Henry Gaskin. Do you frequently return back to the scene of a crime? Elizabeth Gaskin, your spirit has been known to be seen here. More than several occasions, your spirit is seen. Apparently you're not too shy on showing yourself, which is a good thing, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to communicate. I'm also calling out for any other spirits that wander these woods, if in fact any other spirits do wander any of these woods. I'll tell you what guys, down back the part where I came in at first, I always say this gets in my mind about camping and stuff like that, but camping down there would be rather freaky. I don't know why, but something tells me to go up this way. So out of all the little main footpath, side footpaths, me being me, I'm taking the most obscure footpath. Where it's going to take me, I don't know. Well, the spirit of Elizabeth and Henry, if you are capable, please come follow me. But I want you to communicate with me if at all possible. If you could give me a clue as to where you might be, in these woods. Could you tell me, do you haunt all of the woods, or is it just a section of the woods? You know, sometimes when I go places, particularly the woods in forests, not so much graveyards, although it does happen a little bit of the time, but when I go to these places, sometimes don't get me wrong, I don't hear voices in my head, not that I'm aware of, but it's almost as if someone is telling me, no, go that way. Just the sort of things that I pick up, you know. But why am I getting that feeling to go this way? Because it's pretty rough on the ground. Not exactly the little trail paths that go through these woods. Man, it's rough. Good morning, spirits. Good morning, Elizabeth or Henry Gaskin. Are you here with me this morning? Well, the birds are tweeting, although one sounds a little bit sort of concerned. But even in these woods, I've not seen any wildlife. I've seen evidence of deer droppings and birds tweeting, singing the little songs. But I've seen no evidence. I've not seen rabbit droppings, any kind of wildlife. Rabbits, fox, badgers, nothing. Crows, plenty of them. It's gone very quiet. The more I walk this way, the more quieter it's getting. Very bizarre feeling here. So because of that, I'm going to get the tripod out. Well guys, you saw at the beginning of the video the section of the woods that I walked through, and I said it was very creepy. Looking at this section here doesn't look creepy, but it's suddenly taken a change in feel. So I thought I'd put the camera on the tripod, bring out the spirit talker. Now the spirit talker has been on for about a minute or so. Absolutely nothing.
Do you mean harm?
Now it comes out. No, I do not mean any harm, and I don't wish to be harmed. I'm only here to communicate. That's all I've come for, in the hope to communicate with anybody that is passed over to the other side. I want to be able to talk to you if possible, and I want to be able to see you if I can possible. But if you can show yourself, could you do it in front of this camera as well? Because then it'll help me. It'll help me sort of research this area. If I can see your spirit or your ghost.
Go down.
go down. Well, that is clearly uphill and that's down. Is there a reason you want me to go down? Could you tell me why you want me to go down? I'm calling for the spirit of Elizabeth Gaskin. Or even Henry Gaskin. Elizabeth, you were taken way too early in your life. I would imagine you'd be very upset. Living. I'd imagine you'd be very upset or angry with your husband, Henry. I mean, why did he take your life? That's a few times I've heard movement around this tree.
You are powerful.
I'm powerful. Well, I guess the energy's powerful because I'm living. But surely you've got strong, powerful energy.
Done.
You're done. If any spirits in these woods, the spirit of Elizabeth or Henry, is it possible you can stand in front of the device that I'm holding in my right hand? It should pick you up.
Follow us left.
Follow us left. Are you anywhere in my vicinity?
Angel hierarchy.
Well, I couldn't see nothing on the thermal camera. Obviously, I'll have a closer look when I get home.
I'm going to leave.
No, don't leave. Elizabeth, are you known to scream in these woods by any chance? I guess in the moment when you were taken, you would have done that. I have a device on my hand, I'm going to blow it. Is it possible you could copy this device to let me know of your presence? One more time. Well, this app said it's going to leave and it's gone quiet. Well, guys, I think if at all it was a spirit on the Spirit Talker app says I'm going to leave, I'm going to leave this area because I'm intrigued with the part of the wood that I came into, because that looked real creepy. So I want to head towards there. If any spirits in this area have the ability, come and follow me. Spirits, come forward and follow me. I don't mind. Like I said, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk to you. Do you know, I'm just thinking back when I was doing that call out, and on the spirit talk it said go down. I wonder if it was referring to down here, because that was the upper part. And as you can see, it goes down a little bit there. I don't know, it's a possibility. So good morning, spirits of Gaskins Woods. I'll come back to this section as I did earlier on. Am I right in assuming that I've been told to come down to this part? Is this where you're going to come out and communicate with me? This is definitely what I would say is more of the creepy part. By looks, that's for sure. Whoa, this place has got a real creepy feel. Wow. This section here, I'm getting real creepy vibes, which is good. The only downside, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, probably will. Over the back, I can hear the hum of the traffic. So spirits, I'm calling out. to come forward, communicate with me if you can. Elizabeth Gaskin, Henry Gaskin. Because of the sound in the background, I would appreciate if any communication could be done through visual, as in come forward and stand with me, stand in front of this device, or talk into this device that I'm wearing on my chest. Well guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little wander just in this short vicinity. So obviously this camera is going to be fixed to this tree, or pointing towards this tree. And I'm just going to walk around with the thermal. I've changed the settings again because, as I say, I'm playing around with what I feel suits best for the moment in time. So yeah, what I'm going to do is take a wander around. Hopefully I can pick something up. So spirits, please, if you can, don't be afraid of anything that I'm holding, anything that I'm wearing. No devices that I've got will harm you. If you're able to come forward, I would appreciate it. I've left my camera where you can feel free to approach that camera or walk in front of the device that I'm holding. Elizabeth, are you here with us? Are you here with me now? Don't be afraid, you can come forward. The frick was that? Something was just thrown at me. Hello, is there anyone here? How many times do I say, if there's a spirit, show me your presence, by way of throwing something, a stick, a stone? Surely you guys must have heard that thud. There's nobody around, absolutely nobody around. Come forward. Was that Elizabeth? Or was that Henry trying to do somebody else harm? Not a very nice man, were you? Doing what you did to your wife. There's no excuse for that, is there really? Tell you what, guys, walking around that tree, when I got to this side, I don't want to say I felt dizzy, because it wasn't that, but it was almost like that. But something, weird feeling just came right over me. Elizabeth, are you here with me? Do you want to come forward and tell me what you think it was, why your husband did what he did to you? Because I guess nobody would know that. Did he have a problem when he was fighting in the war? Henry, maybe you could come forward and talk. How about trying to come forward and justifying and telling me why you did what you did? Or are you too much of a coward? I don't even know if Elizabeth had any children. Elizabeth, did you have children? Why don't you not come forward and stand next to me here? You'll be safe with me. I will not harm you. If you can come forward, show me your presence, or let me hear your presence, I'll come back and see you. Would you like me to do that? Come back again sometime? There's plenty of places around here where I could put a tent. But you can come and join me now. Elizabeth, can you tell me, are you happy where you are now? You must be. No more suffering. Could you try and come through, please, Elizabeth, or even any other spirits? Because I'm not 100% that this place is haunted by anybody else. It could well be. Being Cannock, it probably is. I'm still curious of what was thrown at me and where from. It can't be acorns. There's no acorns on the tree, plus they fall in the autumn, not in late winter. Well, I thought I'd put the ghost seer on, as I always forget to use that. And let's see if anything relevant comes up to location wise. So I'm sort of looking for World War II era in woods. Don't know if the camera's going to pick that up. It says I can't take screenshots due to security features. In other words, they want the money. There's a picture of a man drinking a glass of wine. Maybe Henry was an alcoholic. The dog walker going by. I'll give him a minute. Could any spirits come forward with a picture for me, relevant to the story, to the location? You used to be able to do screenshots. I don't know why they've changed that. Well, yeah, I do, but you know what I mean. Come on, let's do this one more time. Give me one picture relevant. Man, I'm just getting fire. This bit here. I wonder if there was a fire in the woods here many, many years ago. Right, I'm going to knock that one off. I'm going to run the, I'll run the spirit talker, see what we can get down here. So Elizabeth, can you hear me?
You are heard.
Wow. Can you hear me? You are heard. That's brilliant. Now, is it possible I could hear you? Please come to me.
Blonde hair.
You got blonde hair. Do you know, I never thought of Googling pictures of her, if there was any at all. Probably, I'm guessing not, but whichever spirit is trying to communicate with me, could you come forward towards this microphone and talk into it? That would be fantastic. Unless you can talk to me in the moment, we could have a conversation. But we can't have a conversation if I can't hear your voice. Unless by some miracle, this device that I'm holding actually works as a way of communicating with the paranormal.
Planchette.
Planchette. I don't have a planchette with me. Could you say something relevant in this device, please? I want to hear something about the First World War, or the woods, or even the name Elizabeth or Henry. Would Elizabeth be able to come through and say her name on this device? Or would Henry be able to come through and say his name? My name is Dave. Could you tell me your name, please? I'd appreciate it if you could come forward and tell me your name. I would appreciate it if you could come forward and tell me that you're not suffering anymore. Just for that little second when I first put this on, it almost became relevant. Come on, prove me wrong with this device. Prove to me that it actually works as a way of communicating.
How are you?
How are me? I'm okay. I'm a little cold.
When?
What do you mean when? Now? I am cold. But apart from that, I'm fine. I'm a little hungry. Could you tell me, how are you? Are you okay? Could you tell me how you're doing in the spirit world?
Jessica.
Well, hello, Jessica. Jessica, do you wander these woods? Jessica, do you have blonde hair?
See the lights.
I don't see no lights. I see a light on my camera, on the microphone. When you say lights, do you mean like maybe orbs? Is it possible you could show yourself?
Hunting.
I guess there would have been hunting done in these woods many years ago.
Unlikely.
Well, across the road, when you got the main part of Cannock Chase, there would have been many, many hunting done there. So it's unlikely, possible. Jessica, could you come forward, please? Could you come forward and show yourself? Come and stand next to me. Show me your long blonde hair. If that is the connection between the two of you. Would you be able to do that, please? Well, Spirit Talker, you've gone quiet. Throw something at me. Well, in my direction, like you did before. There's plenty of sticks on the ground. Just fling one past me. Definitely a weird place. Well, guys, there's definitely been a few bumps and knocks and weird little moments while I've been here. Particularly whenever it was, a stick, I presume, was thrown at me. Unless just something fell from the tree, I don't know. But it seemed to sort of come from, not down, not straight down. I don't know. I haven't heard anything in the way of like sort of footsteps or anything like that, you know, like any shuffles and stuff, but that's not to say nothing like that has happened. Obviously, I get to edit this video and I'll be able to hear those things. But a very nice wood. It doesn't have the same creep factor as actual Cannock Chase itself, although it does have a creepy feel to it, like I said earlier, but nothing as sketchy as Birches Valley, that's for sure. The dog walkers seem to be coming out a little bit frequent now. I just saw one earlier and I've just seen a second one there. So I think what I'll do, guys, I'll bring this video to an end. Unless something absolutely majorly creepy happens. One last time, spirits, do you want to come forward? Nah, don't think so. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I don't need to repeat myself, do I? Give the video a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Yeah, do it. Please give the video a like. Subscribe if you're passing by and you like this stuff. Hit the post notification bell for all new upcoming videos. And I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. I appreciate all the nice comments that people say as well. So with that, I want to say thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I want to say take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. Bye for now.